Alright, let's talk about Xbox One controllers. Specifically the Xbox Pro Elite 2 controller. Elite Pro 2? Elite? Whatever. We're going to talk about the Xbox One Pro Elite 2 controller and how it stacks up against the old first-gen version of it. Just right off the bat here, we can see that it's got little cosmetic differences. It's got that Gen 2 styling, which, take it or leave it, doesn't really affect performance of the thing at all. This one doesn't utilize any AA batteries. You're going to be USB charging this thing, and there's no way to change the battery. So 3 years or 3 or 4 years or however far down the road you get with this thing, that's what you get with your battery. So, and unless we see some teardown guides on this thing on how to change the battery, which I'm sure is possible easily, there's not going to be, you're going to be screwed on your battery. I upgraded. I had an issue with the previous gen in that on occasion the headset would just disconnect while I was playing, so I'd have to unplug it and then plug it back in, and then so I could talk to my party again, and that was frustrating. I don't have that problem with this one. I don't know if anybody else experienced that, but that was one of my chief concerns. Now, when I first got this controller, the A button, it wasn't sticky, but it kind of hung just a little bit, and after using it for about a month or so, it was probably like 2 or 3 weeks or so, that finally went away, and it's broken in now, so I don't have that issue anymore, and it's just a good all-around controller. My favorite feature is the Bluetooth, which is just a characteristic of the general second-gen controller. Nothing special about the Elite controller, but I can hook this up to my phone, I can hook it up to my computer, I don't have to have that stupid 4-inch long dongle sticking off the side. So that's pretty good. The other difference is it's got the 3-stage little trigger locks back here, so you can set up hair triggers or the full travel, whatever. Full travel of trigger. I don't use that myself, but I'm sure a lot of people do. I like the little darker accents. I think it looks a lot sharper. First I thought they were made out of plastic, but no, these are actually made out of metal. So, yeah. And it doesn't feel plasticky or anything. It wasn't just like an initial impression. I don't know why I thought it was plasticky. It felt the same as the old one, just a little darker. But it does. They do feel nice. Instead of the little switch, you've got you've got a little indicator that shows you which profile number you're on, which is pretty nice. And there's not a whole lot different, except for if you look in the case, you'll notice that you have this little screwdriver tool, and you might be wondering what that's for. You can take off the controller nub, and underneath it, there's a little screw, and you can turn that screw to one notch up. You just tighten it one notch over. I don't think you can set it anywhere in between. It just kind of locks down, or you can lock it back out. There's no in between, so it's in or out, because it'll just pop back out if you leave it halfway done. This adjusts the tension of the control stick, so you can tighten it or loosen it, whichever way you want it. I prefer mine loose, no pun intended. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of other differences. I do like how the case has this little charging puck. You can take this out, you can charge it wherever you want, or you can put it in here, and is that a magnet? Or is it just rubber? No, it's a magnet. It's a magnet. It's magnetized. You stick this in here, put your controller on there, and you can close it. You can pass the charging cable through the back of this thing and charge it, which I think is pretty handy if you're trying to charge it while it's in your bag or something and you're traveling. That's pretty neat. So Microsoft gets the big thumbs up from me on this controller. It's pretty nice. I like it. So until next time, have a good one.